So why don't you tell us, Nigel, where you were with your music before you made the decision to join Start Now Finish Fast?
Well, in the 6 months before Start Now Finish Fast, like the first half of 2012, I'd finished 2 tracks,
Right.
which took a lot of stressful nights and a lot of late nights
Right.
and a lot of tired mornings from staying up so late.
Oh,
But
really?
somehow I got there.
So you actually worked on the tracks for that 6 months. It wasn't like you didn't work very much on the music. You actually took a long time to actually write the tracks.
There was a lot of procrastinating and a lot of fiddling around and a lot of trying this and trying that. Just anything to avoid finishing it, I think.
Okay. Okay. And what about before that? What how had your music making sort of gone?
I had maybe 5 tracks finished.
Hmm.
That would have been since 2007.
Okay. So that's how many in total since 2007?
7?
Okay, 7 tracks. That's good.
And none, only the last 2 really felt fully kind of finished to me.
Okay. Okay.
The last 2 were just kind of felt like they weren't quite there.
Okay, and when you were writing those tracks, when you were procrastinating and everything, how did making music feel to you? What did it feel like? What was holding you back?
3/4 of the time it felt like a struggle. I'd sit there and wait for inspiration, or I might be flicking through presets and find something that might give me a boost.
Right. Okay.
And that might get me some section of done, but again I'm back to square one, waiting for that inspiration to strike.
Okay. Okay.
Just sitting there. I'm almost staring at the screen doing nothing.
Okay.
Just waiting for
Waiting for something to happen.
yeah.
From outside. Okay.
Or else something to distract me and do something else.
Okay. And I mean, did you spend a lot of time being distracted by whatever the
Yeah.
internet? Okay. Okay.
Forums and Facebook and tutorials and
Okay. All that stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
We know about all that stuff, don't we? So when you, I mean, what was it that caused you to join Start Now Finish Fast? What was the reason you went, okay, I'm going to do this? Because when I actually first offered it to you and everyone else, I hadn't actually created it, had I? And I told you that, and I said, this is what I'm going to create.
Yeah.
Here you go. So what caused you to kind of put your trust in me, really? What was it that?
Well, around that time I was thinking I'd like to do something, because I felt like I could do so much so far but never get quite to the finish line.
Right.
And I was considering doing a point blank course at the same time. And I also considered doing the one-to-one sessions with you.
Oh yeah.
That was before you even announced the course.
Yeah. Okay.
But just felt it was a bit too much for me to spend
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah.
And I was also reading up a little bit on NLP.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it kind of came at a good time for me,
Yeah.
that I was looking at all these things and I wanted to do something.
Okay. So you wanted to actually sort of take a step, make a decision, and sort of invest in yourself and do something sort of positive, take action other than just continuing on. You wanted to change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even looking at these courses, I felt like I knew all the kind of basics
Right.
that they were offering, and didn't look like it was going to offer me much.
Okay.
And it was more of a mind thing, I think, as well, than an ability thing.
So, and I mean, then what happened? Just kind of talk us through what exactly, what were the effects in terms of your music?
In the first month or two, that got me about 4 tracks finished.
Okay, great.
I think just those direct experience and meditation alone.
Really, even without, even before the kind of course properly started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Just
Excellent.
getting my mind into a frame and doing it.
Excellent. Excellent. And then, the course content started to happen and everything. And what were the most useful parts of the program, other than what you've already said, for you?
The growth session was quite good.
Okay.
It's it took a bit of time now, and I wrote a couple of pages, but at the end you get a lot out of it. You kind
Okay.
of get out what you put in.
Okay, so some of the exercises, there's a particular exercise called the Grow Session, where
Yeah.
it's an audio program, isn't it? It's an audio
Yeah.
thing where I basically ask questions and then you write down the answers, write down the answers
Yeah.
to it, and it's quite in depth and takes quite a while, but you get a lot out of it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, excellent. It's
And,
worth taking that time. Yeah.
and the stuff on Fair as well was quite.
The
The stuff on Fair.
Fear. Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. It's the Irish accent. Sorry.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, the stuff on Fear. I was like, I didn't do anything on Fair. Yeah, no, it's the stuff I did actually. No, in fact, in month 6, there's some stuff on fairness, isn't there? But anyway, yeah, Fear. So okay, so from Fear into confidence. Did you find that fear was like, or maybe fear's too strong, but anxiety or some kind of was holding you back?
A little bit, yeah.
And
Even just being aware that it's there
okay,
kind of stopped it.
yeah.
Stopped most of it.
Yeah, just noticing it in
Yeah.
the first place, rather than it being this unmentionable thing. And what I mean, now that you've completed the program, what's the results for you in your music?
I've had a release that came out on last Monday,
Excellent.
an EP, and I have another release coming out in the coming weeks,
Excellent.
and I have a remix coming out in the coming weeks, and I have an offer of a remix that I'm going to be doing.
Brilliant. So let's just get this straight. Before you went on the program, you had finished in total 7 tracks in your whole production career. Had any of those been released?
One. Oh, sorry. One of the releases coming out is 2 of those tracks.
Okay. So 2 of those tracks from before. Cool.
Yeah.
So,
But I kind of redone them again.
oh, I see. Right. Okay. So, but before, did you send them out before you started Start Now Finish Fast?
I had sent tracks out to 3 labels, I think, and none of them actually listened. So that kind of put me a little bit down and said, "Is it worth it?"
Okay. So, how did you get them signed?
One was a local label here. I just sent music to the guy, and he came back to me saying, "Do I want to release one of them?"
Okay. So this was after Start Now Finish Fast. This was
during about November, December,
okay. Excellent.
and the second release they approached me on SoundCloud
Oh right. Excellent.
and heard these 2 tracks,
Brilliant.
and both these labels now have offered me remix.
Well, that's brilliant news, isn't it? And
Yeah.
and I mean, in terms of your actual music writing, how much smoother and quicker is it now?
I could write a track in 3 evenings, on 3 good evenings.
Excellent. And
Like I find,
yeah, go on.
sorry, like I find if I sit down one evening, I can make a nice loop and get it to its fullest and get a break away from it. If I come back the next evening, I can structure it horizontally,
Right.
and maybe the third evening just give it the listen over and finishing touches.
Excellent. And if I'd have said to you before you invested in Start Now Finish Fast, okay, after it you're going to be able to write a tune in 3 evenings, what would you have said to me?
I just said you're a liar.
Oh, I'm not a liar, am I?
No.
Because I know. I mean,
Yeah.
I know. I mean, it is possible. It is completely possible. I mean,
Yeah.
it has to be said that you are. You really have taken everything on board, and you've really kind of been very active. That's been very obvious. So, you still have to put in the work, don't you? You still got to write the music.
Oh, there's still stressful times, and there's still times where you want to check your Facebook or want to check the forums.
Yeah.
But you have to stop yourself and keep going.
But yeah, and now you've got the tools to actually do that as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
So.
And it does get easier.
Yeah.
Once you finish a couple, it does get a little bit easier every time.
Yeah. Well, it's that the neuroplasticity of your brain, isn't it? Sort of.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect. So, were there any other sort of positive results from the program in the rest of your life, not to do with music?
But getting so much music done quicker, I feel like I have more time to do other things.
Okay, excellent.
Like before now, I live a bit of a distance to my girlfriend, so I'd spend my weekends down there.
Right.
And that was an excuse for not getting music done before. And I'd use work as not getting an excuse for not getting music done. But now I could get a track done in a week, go to my girlfriend, be satisfied
Yeah, right.
that I got enough work done during the week, and yeah, I just feel like I have more time to do other things during the week.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that's brilliant. I mean, I certainly have found in learning this stuff myself, because obviously I learned it first. Is that I've found I'm kind of easier to live with, so my wife tells me, and because I'm able to do, as you say, much more in much less time. So everything, I'm less stressed, and it's just got these. Yeah. The thing is about change, sort of change and growth, is a very small change has kind of, it's like the old butterfly's wings, which where a butterfly waves his wings in one country and starts a tornado in another. It's that it's very similar to that kind of thing. So, what would be your advice to anyone wondering whether to go ahead with Start Now Finish Fast? And honestly, I want you to be honest about this. I don't, this isn't, I haven't told you to say anything or anything, have I? I just want you to be really, really honest. What would your advice be?
I think no matter how strange or how unusual an exercise might seem, it's worth putting in the effort and actually doing it, because the benefits are huge in the end.
Okay.
Like some things did seem a bit weird, like some of the exercises where you're putting yourself into the future and bringing it back and going forward. It's a challenge, but it's worth it, and you get a lot of ideas out of it.
Excellent, excellent. So that's for someone who wants to do the program. What about somebody who's considering doing a program? They're wondering whether to go ahead or not.
I think anybody at any level would benefit from this, really. Just getting yourself into that mindset. Excellent. So anybody who does want to get music done and finished, I would definitely recommend it.